Hi, welcome back. It's teacher Cece here. Today we have Eric Fink again, our interviewer at iTutorGroup. Yes. So how do we prepare and what are you looking for?
Well, first I want to be clear, it's not what I'm looking for, it's mostly what iTutorGroup is looking for, because, even if you showed up for an interview today and I interviewed you, Cece, I won't make the decision if you get hired. Ultimately, it's going to be iTutorGroup. And so to prepare for that, the biggest advice I have, first off, is to think about what can set you apart from all the other candidates applying. So
Right.
So I guess, like I said, what can set you apart from all the other people applying? This goes back to my first video where I talked about.
In your experience, what kind of experience stand out? It's more memorable as I'm going to hire that person right away, right on the spot.
Yeah. Well, again, I want to make sure, I don't do the hiring, I just do the interview. So again, it's up to iTutorGroup whether or not they hire you. Being pleasant goes miles. During your mock session, I always point out if they smile a lot, which, in my classes, that's something I struggle with because I'm not a smiler myself. So I have to remember to always smile. And I point out, like, the ones who start their lesson with a big smile, I point that out to them in their feedback. And I said, this is very important because I read recently in last year that there was a university where they did this study that found that most students decide within the first 6 seconds that they like a class with a teacher and if they want to be in that class with that teacher. So 6 seconds is not a lot of time to pull that off.
So interpersonal skills and people skill is important.
Yeah.
Being able to form rapport within the first 6 seconds, I would say.
Yeah, I always tell people,
good impression.
I always like to tell people this, if you enter smiling, you're more likely to achieve that than if you do this when you enter your class. Okay, we're going to learn about mom and dad today.
Yes,
you don't
eye contact, right?
Yeah.
The confidence to have a conversation.
Yeah, look at
online.
The camera as much as possible. The camera that you're using, look at that as much as possible. Not and that's hard to do because, like, right now I want to look at the image of you, CC, not my camera, which my camera's up here and you're kind of down here where my hand is.
Right. So you kind of need to know where the camera is. Now I caught myself. I'm looking at you and now I'm looking at the camera. So you can see my eye level is different now, right? So I guess it's great to center yourself, right?
Mm-hmm.
And prepare your background. Do we have to put any poster or show you what kind of equipment we have? Do we need to show lighting, or you just need to see that my face is glowing?
Yeah, whatever you can do that will make it seem like you're ready to teach is a plus. Like, obviously, we don't expect you to have like the iTutorGroup behind me like I do right now, or in Cece's photo, she has just the one word iTutorGroup. I don't think that they're expecting to have all that, but we do. I do think iTutorGroup does take notice of your background. So, for example, let's say behind you is a bed that's messed up and not made. Or maybe you're in the kitchen where there's a pile of dirty dishes during the interview. I mean,
how organized.
Yeah, like I'd say Cece for the interview would have a good background. She has Manicam, it looks like, so she has some effects. It looks like a classroom, not a home setting. Like, we don't want the student to feel like they are in your house with you during the class. We wanted to feel like an online classroom, not your home.
What about my attire for the mock?
Your attire looks good.
Do I need a red polo, or should I wear a suit?
I don't think you need to wear a suit for it. You obviously want to dress nice. You don't want to, again, treat it like an actual interview. So anything you see on screen, you'll want to look nice. If you have a red polo, that's probably a plus because that is the uniform that iTutorGroup wants you to wear for your classes. But, people have gotten hired that I've interviewed that, just wore something nice. Obviously you don't want to have, in your shirt, what you see, you don't want, like, I'd say pictures, like cartoon pictures, don't wear something like that. Anything, religious or, cuss words, maybe not wear that. But just wear something nice, neutral, like colors, solid colors are probably, I would think, would be best for it. That way it looks like you're being more professional.
Right, professional setting.
Yeah, professional, which goes again with, treat this as an actual interview.
Right. So will I be prompted what to do during the mock? For example,
Hmm.
will I be reading a book to you? Will you prompt me to,
Hmm.
will you ask me to read a book? Or do I just come up with my creative flow of what to present to you
Yeah.
during the mock? Yes. Can I sing? Like, can I
Yeah, if you want
draw?
to sing. Yeah, if you
Can
want to
I
sing, we
show
can.
you
Yeah.
puppets and
Yeah, like
toys and
I mean, treat this like you would actually if you were to teach a regular classroom, use puppets, draw, use your whiteboard. We'll give you access to the whiteboard in the classroom, so feel free to use that to circle the
okay.
mom. So yeah, we definitely do all that. You're definitely allowed to do all that stuff. Any props you want to bring, definitely bring them. Those are also pluses, because if you just sit there the entire time and was like, hey, this is mom, this is dad, you're not really standing out in any other way.
I'm a little nervous. What if I'm new and I don't know how to use the whiteboard online, right?
Yeah. If you're, and again, this goes with how much time we have. Like, if you show up late, you won't have time. But if there's time, I'll actually sometimes give the person, maybe about 30 seconds to a minute to just play around with the whiteboard some, so that way they can get used to it. We're not expecting to be perfect 100 at that point, because it is your first time using it. But even if you just circle mom and dad on it, that goes miles. And if you just say this is mom, and that's something I point out, if you don't circle this, a low level is not going to know that, I'll start circling things. I'm thinking, is this mom, is the dad mom, is these words up here mom, and I'll just start
Right.
circling random things, and just to get the point, that the student will have no idea who mom is.
And there are loads of videos online, including my own videos. You can search how to use the whiteboard and how to work around the platform,
Yeah.
right? And next time we meet, we're going to work on an actual mock interview, and I will be your interviewee, and you can give me some feedback.
Okay, sounds good.
Shall we? Okay, see you next time.
Bye.
Bye.